know that getting rid of the clutter in your home is one of the best ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
Be cool, clean, and secure.
When you have an accident, you, not the insurance company, chooses the body shop, and you only need one estimate. All you have to do is call Jerome Riles at B&C Collision Center in downtown Scriven to deal with the adjusters and insurance company. Whether it's a little ding or a major crash, that B&C Collision Center across from Waz & Cabinet Shop in Scriven deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. Call them at 579-2274. That's 579-2274.
Merry Christmas from Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear. Come enjoy the Ford Holiday Sales Event. Our gift to you is 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 rebate on new Focus, Fusion, and Escape. Come buy the best-selling truck in the world. Up to $10,000 off on select 2015 Ford F-150s. There is excitement in the air at Mike Butch Ford. Come see our brand new dealership. Christmas time is here. Buy a new Ford and we'll give you 5 free oil changes while in factory bumper-to-bumper warranty. At Mike Butch Ford, you can save money now. Ford Holiday Sales Event is going on. You can choose your deal, 0% and rebates just in time for Christmas. Timmy Rozier, Joy Lee, Bart Duncan, Tracy Ross, or Randy Williamson will show you the best deals. This is Sammy Dixon, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, thank you very much for your business.
And good morning. You're listening to The Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial, Monday morning, the 14th day of December. Well, cloudy today with a pretty decent chance of showers today. It's a sprinkles high today near 80. Tonight, still cloudy, low tonight, 58. Then tomorrow becoming mostly sunny and cooler, high tomorrow 72. The Altamaha River level is falling at, let's see here, 8.2 feet and falling. It is now time for the world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear, by B&C Collision Center in Scriven, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and also brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup. And in the studio with us this morning from the Wayne Memorial Hospital is Jill. Jill, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
You just got a pretty smile on your face this morning. You're all perky, ready to go, huh? My, look at the bling bling around your neck.
Well, as we were just saying, we have lots of jewelry sales at the hospital, and we have one coming up. This is from one of those sales, but with me this morning is a very important person on our team, Miss Janice Scarborough. She's an auxiliary member or a volunteer, and she's a gift shop manager as well. So I wanted to bring her with us this month for Hospital Day and let the audience hear what she does, why she volunteers, and all of that. So I'm just going to kick it over to her, if that's all right with y'all.
Sure. And once again, your name is?
Janice Scarborough.
Okay, Janice, tell us what you do there with the hospital auxiliary.
Well, we have the gift shop, and I do the ordering and everything else. But I also have a suggestion box on what else people would like to have in there.
And what kind of suggestions do you get from folks?
Well, they need live flowers, which right now we're having a problem. I've been trying to get some of the local florists to deliver, but they do not deliver the small order.
Oh, okay.
That we need.
All right. So you've got the gift shop there. What all kind of things do you have in there for folks to pick up there to pick up to give to the folks there in the hospital?
Well, we have plenty of baby gifts because that's our biggest.
Yeah.
And then we have odds and ends of different, unique, different that you won't find at Walmart's or Kmart's.
Right, just unique gifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you just want to take something that's different.
Okay. So, Janice, you do the ordering there. You keep the shelf stock there in the gift shop at the hospital. Any other responsibilities that you have with the hospital auxiliary at Wayne Memorial Hospital?
Well, I also train the new trainees, the volunteers that And that's one thing I would like to talk about. We need some more volunteers.
All right, volunteers for what? To do anything that the auxiliary does?
Any
More than just the gift shop, anything else, huh? Okay. So like what kind of responsibilities, what should people expect when they come in there and talk to you about becoming a volunteer at the hospital?
They have to guarantee 3 hours a week.
3 whole hours a week, huh? Wow.
That's it. And they also get a meal ticket, which is,
A meal ticket?
we call it a paycheck.
Okay, a meal ticket. A meal ticket how often?
Every time you work.
So every time you work, whether it's just 3 hours or whether it's 15 hours, you get a meal ticket every time you work, so you can eat that delicious food there in the cafeteria at Wayne Memorial Hospital.
Correct.
Okay, that's a good deal right there.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so what kind of responsibilities can people expect to do if they volunteer to be part of the Wayne Memorial Hospital Auxiliary?
I don't know about the other stations. In the gift shop, it's just to restock the shelves, ring up the sales.
Okay.
Mostly smile and be as friendly as you can to the customers that come in, because they've got sick people. And they're wanting some help on trying to get something to cheer them up. So you got to ask them what kind of things do they like.
Okay, so so you're looking for volunteers to come in there and help you out there in the gift shop in the lobby at the hospital, is that right?
Lobby, the transporters. One day up in ICU is really in need of some, because people come up there and they don't know what to do. They got people up there that's isolated, and they need somebody there to be able to be between them and the nurses in there.
All right, so you're looking for volunteers that basically any part of the hospital where the auxiliary helps out.
Sure.
And how many do you know approximately how many volunteers you have right now?
We have about 48 now.
About 48 right now, and you really need some more volunteers there at the hospital to help these folks out. Is that correct?
Sure. Anybody that has 3 hours a week that they can give us, we appreciate it very much.
Any age requirements for the volunteers?
Well, we don't take them when they're still in school.
Okay.
But any age.
Basically,
and you know what would really be nice is some of the local politicians would do 3 hours a day.
Press the flesh while you're in it. All right, so we got the folks. If you want to volunteer, how do they get a hold of you, and when do they set up times to come talk with you, Janice?
Well, they can ask any volunteer for an application. The application's in, I send to Jill. Jill calls them to come in for an interview.
Okay, and they talk to Jill. Okay, so Jill, what kind of folks are you looking for there in the hospital auxiliary?
Anybody with a giving spirit. And again, it's just a minimum of 3 hours a week. That's one shift. So that could be 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., for example, in the gift shop. You could also welcome people from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the front desk. You see a lot of different people walking in the door. Those are high visibility spots. But basically, you can get an application by calling me at 530-3115. You can also walk in the front lobby of Wayne Memorial and get an application at the front desk.
Okay.
You can also get one at the gift shop. You can ask any volunteer. We will be happy to also just mail you one so that it saves you a trip. But anybody with a giving spirit, looking to give back, maybe get out of the house even and connect with one another. We have a retired nurse who volunteers. We have retired school teachers. We have retired cafeteria workers. We have, so it's men and women.
And you don't necessarily have to be retired, just have 3 hours a week.
Exactly. It's just 3 hours a week. And you do get a pass to the Wayne Memorial Hospital cafeteria each day that you work. And it's not hospital food, as you guys know. It's award-winning cafeteria food. And you don't have to use it that day. You can save it and maybe come after church on Sunday. They have an excellent Sunday lunch or supper, whenever it's convenient for you. But we're always looking for volunteers, and I'd be happy to talk to anybody.
When a person comes in and talks to you about that, do you suggest where they should volunteer? department of the hospital? Do you put them there? Do they rotate around? How does that work?
Well, it's a mixture. You know, when you sit down and meet somebody face to face and talk with them about their background and experience, you can kind of get a feel for where they would succeed. And somebody with strong computer skills, for example, they may want to work in the office and help make the schedules. Somebody that loves to interact with people, they may want to be at the front desk or in the gift shop. Those are high foot traffic areas. So it just depends.
Okay. I know one time on here you mentioned about the number of man hours that are given by these Wayne Memorial Hospital Auxiliary folks in terms of for the year. That was a tremendous amount of volunteer hours.
Yes, huge. I believe it was just shy of 20,000 hours
for the year.
And that was in the past 12 months.
Yeah.
And there's a figure that the Georgia Hospital Association places on each volunteer hour. If those volunteers had to be paid to push those wheelchairs or man that gift shop. And I believe that number this past go around was $438,000.
Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Yep. And in addition to that, not only do they come and they work for free, or they work for that, they have a joke, they work for food because of the meal ticket.
Well, work for food.
But they also do these fundraisers once a month.
Yes, y'all do.
In fact, we have one coming up this week. It's the $5 jewelry sale.
$5, called Masquerade, is that right?
Masquerade is the company. They're the #1 fundraising company in America.
Okay.
They specialize in coming to hospitals and hospital lobbies. Very good customer service, very good selection. And this is a great time to fill up those stockings that are going to be hanging pretty soon.
Yeah, inexpensive stocking stuffers.
Yes. Wednesday is the first day that they'll be here from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday, their hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. But these folks, they raise money once a month, and the past year's donation, they gave in cash to the hospital $30,000.
Wow.
So they donated in labor about $438,000, and then they gave a cash donation of $30,000. So a total of $468,000. So that's huge for this area.
That's Wayne Memorial Hospital Auxiliary doing a great job of there providing man hours and money. Now he says Masquerade $5 jewelry sale and accessories. Is everything $5?
Everything is $5.
Everything's $5.
Yes, there's usually scarves. Of course, there's earrings, bracelets, necklaces, things like that. Sometimes they bring wallets and ties. So there should be gifts there from men and women. And this is probably one of our best fundraisers that we've ever had before in this area, brought to the hospital. So we're bringing them back. But cash is accepted, of course, credit, debit cards, and for the hospital employees, payroll deduction.
Okay, so $5 jewelry sale Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, and then Friday morning up until mid-afternoon. You can go to this Masquerade jewelry sale and other gift items at the hospital auxiliary. Y'all be manning it?
Yes.
And it'll be in the lobby there at the hospital.
Front lobby. You cannot miss it.
Can't miss it.
It will be 15 tables full of stuff.
Okay.
For you to come see.
Okay, so that sounds fantastic. Big fundraisers by the Wayne Memorial Auxiliary. Now, folks, if you'd like to volunteer a minimum of 3 hours per week to the hospital auxiliary, just go by, get an application, give them a call. You'll be interviewed by Jill and put in the. Now, who makes up the schedule each week of all these volunteers?
That is a job. I have done it before. We now have a person in there that really is quite savvy with computers, Donald Holland.
Okay.
He works in the office, and he has a backup who also works in the office as well.
Okay.
It's an Excel spreadsheet. It pretty much stays the same week to week, but as we get new ones, such as we have today, we have a new volunteer starting today.
Yay!
Yay! They're added to it, but most folks, they like to keep their schedule regular. For example, if they volunteer from 2:30 to 5 on Wednesdays in the gift shop, this Wednesday they'll be on the schedule for next Wednesday as well. It makes it easy for them, and it makes it easy for us.
Right. So no matter where they volunteer in the hospital, people they're creatures of habit. You know, they like schedules and stuff like that. It makes things easy for them.
Yes.
And so I can see why someone would want to volunteer basically the same hours each week.
Yes, and they can.
Don't have to, but they can.
Right, and that way they can make doctor's appointments around that, dental appointments, family plans, things like that.
Okay.
But we'd love to have you if you're thinking about it, if you've ever even just thought about it. Give me a call at 912-530-3115, and we can talk a little bit more about it.
Sounds good. Volunteer, folks.
Yes.
You'll enjoy it. Meet lots of good folks and help out. Bob, any comments or questions for Jill or Janice this morning? You've been sitting there awful quiet with your Pittsburgh Steelers cap on. Okay, I think they've covered all the information. What else is going on at the hospital? Jill, anything else?
Well, of course, we're still on cloud nine with winning Small Hospital of the Year.
Yay!
Yay! We have banners everywhere. But it's been really fun. That's been really fun to be at the hospital this time when that happened. I wasn't here last time when that happened because the last time they won was 2010, and then they put you on a freeze for 3 years, so you can't enter. Yes, sir. We were frozen out. But that was good, and so when we were able to enter again, of course we did, and this time around we won.
Well, good.
So we're thrilled about that.
All right, so all that going to the hospital, and you also mentioned you want to talk about Fairhaven this morning.
Yes, this is really exciting. So go ahead and save the date. Friday, February 5th at 7:30 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in that special events building, the C. Paul Scott Polytechnical building. Fairhaven is going to host a benefit for their shelter. This is the Battered Women's and Children's Shelter. Fairhaven, and they have a need. They are presenting Crystal Hopkins, a concert by her. There will also be a special appearance by the reigning Miss Georgia, Adeline Kennerly, and I'm hearing that her friend, Mr. Grayson Lambert, may join as well for a special appearance and photos. So it's going to be a night of stars, and we're calling this Starry Night.
I guess Bob's going to be there then, right?
I think so. I think it'd be a great opportunity for some media interviews. Yes.
All right, what date is this again?
This is Friday, February 5th at 7:30.
In the Polytech Center.
In the Polytech Center.
In the college. And
yes,
what will be going on that evening?
Well, it's basically a concert.
A concert.
With special appearances. We're going to have a red carpet. This is going to be a formal event, a family-friendly event.
Okay.
I'm going to take my whole family. They're each going to get a ticket in their stocking, for example.
Right. How much is tickets?
$25
per ticket.
Per ticket. You can get them from Fairhaven. They have a thrift store right across the street from our thrift store, in fact, in downtown Jessup on Northwest Broad Street. Great little store, by the way. Great amount of items in there. But the whole goal is to raise money for the Fairhaven shelter and also raise awareness. We still have people in our community that don't know about Fairhaven, and you've got it. They've put together a board and put together some committees where we're getting the word out now. So save the date. It's Friday, February 5th at 7:30 p.m. Coastal Pines Technical College at the C. Paul Scott Polytechnical building.
No, is there a meal going to be served at all, or refreshments of any type, or what?
I am hearing dessert and coffee.
Dessert and coffee.
I'm hearing that from the refreshment committee.
Okay.
But because it's 7:30, it'll be after dinner.
It'll be after dinner, so basically just dessert and coffee.
Dessert and coffee.
Dessert and coffee, and then the concert with different people performing and different stars there that you can have your pictures taken with.
Yes.
Okay.
And just like you see the stars walk the red carpet, there will be a fancy background. We'll have an official photographer there.
Okay.
And it's going to be special. We've never done this before, so I would really invite people to go ahead and mark that date and time down on their calendar so that they can join us. And some folks and I will be back often between now and that date to promote it and tell more people about it.
Okay, and so all that's on February 5th at the Polytech Center there at Coastal Pines. Tickets are available right now at Fairhaven on Northwest Broad Street, basically as you come across the tracks there on Magnolia in that area. And so folks can go ahead and get that $25 per ticket. Big fundraiser for Fairhaven.
Yes.
And this money is going to be used for what?
Well, as you know, Fairhaven is a nonprofit, and they have a shelter that they run. it's a maximum capacity of 14 people in the shelter at any given time, and it stays at maximum capacity. Sometimes the residents of the shelter, they are leaving their situation perhaps in the middle of the night.
Right.
So there's no time to pack a bunch of clothes and things like daily things, paper towels, paper plates,
Right.
food, anything like that. So all of that stuff costs money. And so we have a need in this community, and so we just decided we want to make sure that those folks have the resources available when they need them. So all of this goes towards that.
Okay. Now, is Fairhaven set up where they want to be, or are they looking for a new location, a bigger location? Do you know?
I believe they're always looking.
Always looking for a bigger
They're
location
always
one day.
looking.
Okay.
But what they have is very nice. They've made the best of what they have, and I believe, as a board member, that it's very well run, and we've got some people that are really plugged in to do their best to make it succeed.
Okay, so that's coming up then. I'm sure we'll be talking about more in January and February.
Yes.
All right, big jewelry sale going on in the lobby at Wayne Memorial Hospital, beginning this Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, and Friday morning up to mid-afternoon. Masquerade, experience the frenzy, $5 jewelry and accessory sale in the lobby at Wayne Memorial Hospital, put on by the Hospital Auxiliary. And remember, the Wayne Memorial Hospital Auxiliary looking for volunteers. Stop by and get an application, give them a call. One can be mailed to you. And then once you're all set up, you'll talk with Jill and then go from there.
Go from there. Yeah.
All right.
And we appreciate y'all letting us come once a month for Hospital Day. We know y'all get crowded in here. Sometimes you got 2 or 3 guests backed up, so we really appreciate it.
All right. Anytime.
Thank
all right,
you.
Jill. Janice, y'all have a good day. We'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob show in a minute.
For 2 days only, save big at the Family and Friends Savings Event at your local Sears Hometown Store in Jessup. This Sunday and Monday, take an extra 15% off all home appliances and an extra 10% off almost everything else. Plus, you'll save up to 20% on Kenmore appliances. Use your Sears card for an extra 5% off all appliances or 24 months no interest on appliances over $599. And just in time for the holidays, find great savings on gifts for the workshop with up to 50% off mechanic tool sets and other tools. You'll also save on all power lawn and garden equipment. Use your qualifying Sears card for 5% instant savings on any lawn and garden purchase over $299. Or get 24 months no interest on all lawn and garden purchases over $599. Don't miss this huge December Family and Friends Savings Event this Sunday from 11 until 4 and Monday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at your Sears Hometown Store, 977 South 1st Street in Jessup.
All right, 823, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, world famous Butch and Bob show for this Monday morning, 14th day, December, 71 degrees in southeast Georgia, looking for high today near 80, cloudy, just kind of a chance of drizzle on and off, cooler tomorrow and sunny skies with a high near 72. So the high tomorrow, Bob's going to be about what it is right now.
Nice weekend.
Nice weekend. Wasn't it gorgeous out there? Absolutely gorgeous this weekend. It sounded like you had a good time at the Jacksonville Jaguars game yesterday.
That's good. Good to see T.Y. McGill in the locker room. Had to get a chance to talk to him. I said it was fun.
Yeah. And Jacksonville just whipping up on them, man. Jeez.
Unbelievable. 52 points. That's pretty good.
Man, I can't even remember the last time that Jacksonville scored that many points. But way to go, Jags. And you got the big game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the fading Atlanta Falcons this coming Sunday in Jacksonville, starting at 1 o'clock down there. So that'll be, you got your Falcon fans and Jag fans that'll be down there hopefully filling up Everbank Field.
The Falcon fans show up. I think the Falcon fans have given up. After yesterday's debacle.
Oh, was that 21-0 at the end of the first quarter? Is like, my word, Falcons play some football. You know, what happened to the intensity and the excitement they had there first part of the season? And listening to the post-game show on our radio station at 105.5 here, because we do carry the Falcons on our FM station, 105.5. It's like, have the players given up on the coach or what? I mean, this was a coach that all of them seemed to love there at the first part of the season. Enthusiastic, in there working out with them, you know, trying to develop those relationships, and something's happened.
You know, NFL players don't quit, but watching some of those games yesterday, some teams that just packed it in.
Just packed it in, going through the motions, right?
I mean, Baltimore was like that. Falcons looked like that. I mean, just sad. I mean, there just wasn't much effort at all by the Falcons. I still am befuddled what happened with the Falcons. 5-0 start, looking great, like everything's going well, and it's just all has gone downhill since. And yesterday was just like an exclamation point. No playoffs for the Falcons this year. But
It's just a shame.
we're one of the few teams that have started 5-0 not to make the playoffs. I think it's like they said, only 3 teams have ever started 5-0 and not gone on to be in the playoffs. So
Sheesh.
they join that company. So not a good showing by the Falcons yesterday. See if they have a better fight down in Jacksonville on Sunday. But the Jaguars, is 4-8, still sitting there 1 game out of the division lead.
Yeah, amazing. 4-8 and 1 game out.
They're still talking playoffs down there. Blake Bortles having a tremendous season. I said they've got their franchise quarterback. He hit 30 touchdowns on the season yesterday. That's a nice mark. It's like batting 300 in baseball or having 20 wins as a pitcher. To throw 30 touchdowns in a season, it's never been done before in Jacksonville. I think the franchise record was 22. He broke it at 22, so now he's at 30. So
30 touchdown passes
with several more games to go. So. And he's just having a phenomenal season at quarterback. So they've got their franchise quarterback. TJ Yeldon looks good at running back, although he got hurt yesterday. They got some good receivers and Alvin Robinson and Marquise Lee and Hearn. So, they get to shore up that defense in the offseason. But the Jaguars are, slowly but surely you can just see this team coming together and putting it, getting all the right pieces in place.
Okay. And that's just a heck of a game yesterday for the Jags. And what about the head coach for Georgia Southern just packing up and heading to Tulane? That, to me, came very unexpected.
Came quickly, too. Romero got over the weekend, and next thing you know, he's on his way to Tulane, not even going to coach the bowl game, which is
Not
kind of
even
sad. So, but I'm sure they'll land on their feet and find somebody. But
any rumors of why he left? Was it money? Was it he was dissatisfied there? What?
Jonathan thinks it's money. You don't know. Just don't know.
Don't know. All right, I'm sure that Georgia Southern will go out there because it's a premier place to coach. I mean, you got over 22,000 students there. You've got a great tradition there of winning and passionate fans. So I'm sure in basically a new stadium as much as they added on the last couple of years. So I'm sure they'll go out there and try to find a really good coach to put Georgia Southern on the same track and even better, maybe win another national championship. Of course, they can't. If they won a national championship, would it be in the same division as Georgia and Florida and all that, or before they won a national championship, it was in the 1AA? Is this
they're in the Sun Belt Conference?
Sun Belt Conference. At least they can win the conference like they did the first year.
They won that conference championship.
Okay, all right. So that's very interesting right there. Now, who's playing Monday Night Football tonight?
The Dolphins and the Giants.
Ooh, yeah. Exciting football right there, Bob.
The Giants need a win. Tom Coughlin definitely on the hot seat. So.
Oh, is he? Do you think Jags would have been better off keeping Coughlin instead of getting rid of him years ago?
No. Don't miss him.
Don't miss him. All right. Okay, Bob.
Not a fan of Tom Coughlin.
Okay. Not a fan, huh? Okay. All right. Georgia getting all ready for the bowl game? Any
think I said lock on. They got their offense coordinator in place, so slowly but surely put the stats together. Still haven't secured a defense coordinator as of yet. Jeremy Pruitt going to Alabama, which most people suspected. So he's not back. So it's just I just wonder how that transition's going. They had the awards banquet this past weekend in Athens, and Kirby Smart was there, Mark Richt was there. All these coaches that are not coming. I just wonder how it's all going on in Athens. Got to be a interesting, kind of a tense time.
Why do you think Kirby's leaving?
What's that?
What do you think? I mean, why do you think that Pruitt's leaving? Georgia is the defensive head coach.
Because Kirby doesn't want him.
Oh, okay. That's basically it, huh?
Kirby's the head coach. He's cleaning the house.
He wants his guys in there, huh? All right. Well, Bob, any other words of wisdom this morning before we head out of the Butch and Bob show?
There's just a lot going on. A busy week this week. A lot of meetings. So we'll have all those meetings covered for you.
All right. Somebody just said that Richard LeCount committed to UGA.
Yeah, verbally committed.
And who is he and where is he from?
He's from Liberty County. So
okay.
He has one more left in high school, though. But
he has another year left.
As I tell people all the time, he's also a dominant basketball player and helped a lot of basketball offers as well. But
okay.
Verbally, football-wise, he's committed to Georgia.
That'd be good. All right, Bob. Have a good day. All right, world famous Butch and Bob show.